Have you ever experienced that discomfort of uncertainty? I learnt it the hard way on this offshore sailing race I did, where a massive wave slammed against our yacht and threw me overboard. And as I looked around and saw nothing but open ocean and the yacht sailing away, I felt what the brain does during uncertainty. It's that stress response, the heart pounding, gasping for air, self-criticism, thinking I'm such an idiot for not wearing a life jacket, and the fear. Will they be able to find me? Will I survive this? So when I got back to work, I started squelching around the brain, looking for answers, trying to understand my experience at sea. And I should mention that I am a neuroscientist, so the squelching around brains, that's kind of part of the day-to-day. Lately, I've been researching our brain's response to change and uncertainty. And while maybe you haven't gone overboard at sea, I know that we've all experienced uncertainty and increasing rates at the moment. Whether it's AI reshaping your career, the exhausting joys of new parenthood, or maybe a transition to retirement, that change can leave us all feeling adrift, not sure where life's currents might take us. But today, I want to empower you with an understanding of your brain's paradoxical response to change and uncertainty. Knowledge that can help you navigate those changes in your life. Because on one hand, our brain hates uncertainty, yet on the other, it's built to adapt. And that's why you may have noticed some people are change avoiders and they struggle, whereas other people are change embracers. Let's start with the first part of the paradox. Our brain is a bit like a prediction machine, and even what you're seeing right now is part reality and part prediction. Because your eyeball has a literal blind spot where your optic nerve connects, and it just means that your brain is filling in the gap with its best guess. That's why uncertainty is so uncomfortable. When our brains can't predict, it sounds the alarm. The amygdala, our fear and stress center, that fires off, and we get cortisol and adrenaline all through our bodies. We either want to avoid everything or start fixating on all of the what ifs, usually right before we're going to bed. I know that's not just me, right? If it's you too, please be kind to yourself. It's not weakness. It's your brain doing what it evolved to do, protect you from the unknown. And it's not all bad news. We have that other side of the paradox I was talking about. We have neuroplasticity, neuro meaning brain, plasticity meaning changeable. And contrary to what's being circulated online, we don't become fixed at adolescence. Our brain changes throughout our entire lifespan. Your synapses, the connections between your neurons, they physically strengthen the more you use them, or weaken and connect elsewhere with less use. You can think of your brain a bit like a vast landscape of walking trails. Those thoughts and skills you use often, they're like the well-worn paths. They're smooth and easy. But when things change and you need a new thought process and a new skill set, that's like cutting through tall grass, forging a new path. And at first it's difficult, but with every repetition, it becomes clearer and easier. And those new skills can even become automatic. So as you're listening to me right now, your brain is reshaping itself. But if all of us have neuroplasticity, then why is it that some of us still struggle while others thrive in the face of change? This comes down to our mindset, and specifically a growth mindset. And I'm not talking corporate buzzwords because I'm a very skeptical scientist. So I'm talking about the thousands of peer-reviewed studies showing that people with a growth mindset, this belief that they can change and improve, they perform better. They're more adaptable and more motivated. Whereas a fixed mindset, this belief that no matter how hard I try, I can't change and improve, that holds people back. Here's the best part though. You don't need to force or fake a growth mindset to get the benefits. Now that you understand neuroplasticity, you know that growth, it's a biological fact. So next time you notice this pesky fixed mindset creeping in, telling you, I can't do something just because it's the first time you've tried, I want you to come up for air. I want you to remember this acronym I've developed: acknowledge, interrupt, reframe. Acknowledge those thoughts and emotions because your awareness allows your problem-solving prefrontal cortex to regain control. Interrupt your stress response. You can do this with 2 proven strategies: breathing longer exhales than inhales and light to moderate cardio exercise. Then reframe. Switch out I can't with I can't yet, but I can learn, and take one small action towards it. There's an extra reason why all of this matters as well. If we step into change, even reluctantly, our brain rewards us for it, because the novel and unexpected, that gives us a surge of dopamine, and that makes us pay attention and primes our brain to learn, which means that thing we fear and are scared of, change, it's our greatest opportunity for growth. So yes, all of us are experiencing that uncertainty, and at times we're going to be struggling. But all of us are wired to rewire, to navigate the changing tides of life. And if all of us can meet change with the right mindset, and remember to come up for air, to acknowledge, interrupt, and reframe, then all of us can flourish. Thank you.